has gone, and we are on our own. Till then I follow roads that never take me home. But if you find me there, oh, I'll show you where there ain't no lies. Oh, just look in my blue eyes. I can't help it, but for some reason I feel so alive tonight. Just let up, it's alright. We can just dance out all night. I can't help it, but for some reason I feel that I need you more now. Am I wrong, or can I feel our hearts connect as one? When everyone has gone, and we are on our own. Till then I follow roads that never take me home. But if you find me there, oh, I'll show you where there ain't no lies. Oh, just look in my blue eyes.
Yeah. Nice Twitch notification. Hello, everybody. How are we all doing today? We all having a nice Thursday? I totally didn't pause there to check I was actually right with the day. Totally not a thing I just had to do. So, the plan for today is I don't have a plan. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't actually have a plan. We have the... let's just get up to date with where we are with the fields, and I might be able to come up with a plan that way. We have all the crops in. 24, 25, 1 and 2, and 3 are all planted. 5 and 6 have been mowed. So that's all good. Growth, we have some patches where germinations failed. In 24 and 25, I can't do much about that. But we should be good other than that. And germination failed because of weeds. Hang on a second. It's not Thursday. It is Thursday. I checked. Right. So we've come up with a plan now, and that is to de-weedify everything. I'm probably best off starting off 24, 25 because they're going to be the ones that have had longest to weedify. Hey, Dragon Skies, Kirk, Simulator Gaming, Alexander Lewis, ASB, Yanis, Thomas, LT. I'm gonna pronounce it Thomas. I apologize if it's supposed to be pronounced something else. And Chris Blackman, hello. How am I doing? I'm doing good today. I'm in a good mood. Tristan, hello. I've had like a carbonara based pot noodly majig for breakfast. And immediately after I finished that, I had my lunch, which was a corned beef and cheese roll. I'm doing Insanity on Lone Oak? Yes, that is the plan. Say that because it's going to be something or other that hasn't showed up in Restream chat yet. Gonna be hard. Yeah, I'm not good with pronouncing things, so it's like I struggle with English, so trying to pronounce Lithuanian is probably a bit beyond my remit. Excuse me, you are unfolded. There we go. I'm gonna guess at this point that the herbicide just isn't gonna put down any texture, so I'm just gonna have to guess where I've done it. Lamborghini and Ferrari may join the Hypercars group. That isn't surprising in a way. The class is nice. You can't stop looking. It is. If you play on PC, Thomas, it's on the Mod Hub. By the way, you can feel free to watch over on Twitch if you want to. I don't have any particular preference over where you watch. Because I know I prefer watching streams on Twitch, personally. You don't have FS19. Are you considering buying it now the class is coming to the game, Tomas? Oh, that's really weird. It's activating in spots but not in others. I wonder if I've already got this bit done then. Or if this bit is somehow immune from herbicide. Maybe on the console? Console farm sim is as good as any. Look at that, it's letting me do like patches with herbicide, but not others. I don't know how exactly this is working. Console, it does look better on Twitch. Twitch tends to have higher quality, just in terms of pictorial fidelity. Why is the herbicide so weird? Hello, Traff. How badly did your landing go last night? Just home from putting out the slurry in real life. Very, I guess, nice NHF. I'm not entirely sure if it is a nice thing or not, but very good. How are there still no John Deere mods for console? I've been asking that same question, Richard. It's not that there's none for console, it's that there's very few on the mod hub at all. Like, there's none on the PC mod hub, which is confusing at best. I was expecting a sea of green, and that just hasn't happened. Modders seemingly either aren't interested in bringing out John Deere mods onto the console, or onto the mod hub, or the mods that are being uploaded. And I'm going to preface saying this by saying I have full respect for modders, but I know Giant's quality is insane at times. The mods that are being uploaded just aren't good enough or high enough quality to be on the mod hub. There's the forestry machines. You found a bunch of Facebook. ASP, check out Yes Mods. I was on Yes Mods last night downloading a bunch of stuff for Lonook because I wanted. Yes, I know you told me about Yes Mods, but you should still check it because there are some very good John Deeres on there. It only runs 15 because it's a potato. Yeah, some like 19 you might be able to get away with because there's a lot of optimization. Bleh. Too much forestry crap. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the forestry equipment either, guys. I think you know that I'm not the biggest fan of forestry equipment in the world. It has its place, but for me, it's not in my game. Remember me at 500 subs? I remember starting off and not having a clue what I was doing, and not much has changed since then. Dang it. They all look the same. The forestry John Deere's, they are pretty much all the same. That's John Deere's design philosophy for forestry, apparently. Is just Make machine. It looks similar to other machine. Is good machine. Frustrated, especially with the solid ground having to pick up logs. Yeah. I have no idea how any of this is working. But we do have some failed germination, which is not good. And I'm hoping that spreading out some herbicide will allow for a higher percentage of germination moving forwards. I'm wondering, could the, as long as green yellow is good, I'm wondering, could the germination have failed because the soil moisture got too high or the crop moisture got too high and they effectively drowned? YouTube is completely spamming me at the moment. My emails are like, hey, did you hear about this video uploaded by this guy? No, because I'm streaming YouTube. I feel like actively streaming should like disable notifications for other channels. Especially if you're streaming on the account that your notifications are set for. Like, YouTube, please, I'm trying to do a stream. You spamming my inbox isn't really helping. Hey, Police March. Like our games like spin tires, you can see the equipment in the ground. Yeah. The germination thing is confusing. I'm not gonna pretend like it's not. I have no idea how it works quite yet. What I do know, however, is I'm basically making it, at least in the areas that are taking the herbicide, and I have no idea why some areas are and some areas aren't. In the areas that are taking the herbicide, I'm making it so that weeds cannot grow. I get the feeling, hang on, let me just stop here for a second. I get the feeling if I go over with the lobster here and check, that's gonna be failed germination. Germination failed. Okay. This is all germinated. Well, why is it letting me... I do not understand how it's determining this stuff. Any good season tutorials on YouTube yet? I don't know. I haven't been looking for them. I like kind of learning on my own pace, so doing it by myself is how I feel best with learning. DJ, it's not that bad. You only need to actually spray herbicide once on a field. Hey, Burkhan. Like one layer of herbicide is the field completely protected from weeds. This much I know. Which is why I'm going a bit ham over here with... I don't know if it's laying it down, but I'm going to at least try. Farmer Klein has had seasons for a lot longer, so he has had time to experiment, so... I guess his tutorials might be a bit more reliable than me answering questions. Hi, Sylvan. I think Farmer Klein's tutorials might be something that you might want to look at, but I don't know. Everything else is 30 times confusing. Yeah, everything is very confusing, but that's part of the learning process for me. Austin, hello. How are you doing today, dude? Told you about the random weird emojis. So we have an issue. I've got the sprayer completely stuck. I have resolved the issue. Kind of. I have not resolved the issue at all. I've just got it lodged behind the tree now. Okay, come on. You can do this, sprayer. Just swing around nice and tight there. You can slide. I'm fine with you sliding. There we go. Roll the sprayer? No! Big machinery, small bore, yeah. The problem is there's no kind of mid-sized mowers. You either go small mower or big mower. There's no in-between anymore. You've been watching planes right overhead into Jersey Airport all day. Very nice. I feel like I'd do that if I was near an airport. Because I would just sit out in like a recliner and be like, plane, Airbus A321, airline, EasyJet. Are British Airways flying again after yesterday's computer meltdown, by the way? Fast combo's out. Small one was in the contest. Deficit 19 mods. It's not changing color. I don't know if that's like a graphical issue or that it's not working. This is my conundrum. So what you're saying, Bradley, is I should just turn around once it stops changing color. I mean, that would make sense. It's not working. Okay. So, I'm gonna just spray where it gives me color. That is probably a good plan. Problem is, I don't know if it'll give me color down over there somewhere. It's herbicide, which is why I'm confused, because it should be like coloring this entire field up, because I've not sprayed herbicide on this field yet. I haven't got snow yet, Stephen. The person to ask would be Landy. Hashtag it's a beta. Yeah, it's a beta. It's gonna be a bit weird. I'd love to know why it's a bit weird, but it's just gonna be a bit weird. The airport's right in the hill. Hey, Oxy. See them up to where they flare on top. Oh, nice. Maybe BAR flying again. They had a computer meltdown yesterday and had to cancel like 200 flights. Oxy, do you want testing done on Lone Oak, like on camera or off? Because like I can finagle either. I'm planning on doing a bit of a blast test after the stream. There's best for me. Either's best for me, dude. Off camera's probably better because I can just jerry-rig systems up. I'm not anticipating finding anything, to be honest. Okay, is this gonna? Okay, this field wants herbicide. This field's being nice to me. So. Can somebody tell me how the hell herbicide works? Just tip calls and bunkers, horses and sell points. I mean, that can all be done tonight, very, very easily between myself and Landy. My plan is to test the sell points immediately after the stream, and then set up courseplay to do some silage somewhere or other. Then I'll run through results with Landy and let him know where I'm at once he's able to hop on the team speaks, and we'll get it all done tonight most likely. By the way, thank you very much for making the telephone poles non-collidable, Oxy, on Oakfield, because this is great. It's great not having to worry about smashing into the poles when you're doing some spraying work. So there are going to be some bits of this field, presumably, that aren't going to take herbicide because the germination's failed. It comes in very handy because there's no areas or no sprayers that are small enough to fit into some of the gaps that are between the poles, or like between the poles and the hedges. So you end up having to do weird fold, unfold, and turn on and off dance. Does grass get weeds with seasons? I don't know. I presume not, but I don't know. See, Alex. I'm with Gary here. Lone Oak looks stunning. The new textures for the wheat and barley just add so much. They're a tiny detail, but they add so much. And Landykid didn't notice. It's very true to how Lone Oak was. Like, I went onto the map and I immediately knew where I was. Hello, TNT. Stop spamming me, YouTube! I don't care about videos being uploaded right now. You've weeds in your grass and germination stage. Okay, so I need to worry about the grass. That's good to know. Yet he spots chrome signs. Yeah, the signs are a bit chromy. I will admit that. The Case IH signs are a bit on the shiny side. Somebody decided to attack them with like 10 liters of lacquer. All fixed. To be honest, the only issue with the shiny signs that I had was that the in-game reflections were on them, so it was reflecting the sky through the shed roof. You get weeds when it's grown, you won't. Okay. So I don't need to worry about the 2 grass fields then. And Bradley, for your benefit, testing is happening tonight. Myself and Landy are going to blast test the map tonight and hopefully have it fully tested by, you know, in 6 hours time. 6-7 hours, or I would hope we'd have the map fully tested. Because it doesn't need the usual full test. Like, Oxy's done most of the testing himself. And there were just a few little things needed looking at, and one thing that he didn't even think needed looking at that I managed to find. You're on about Marwell, not Lone Oak. Ah, Marwell. Surely Marwell could just be sent off at like any point to fail. Lone Oak I am anticipating, because it's a map and it's just my generic point of view now. I'm anticipating Lone Oak failing once on something stupid. Minimum. Just gotta test the cause, fix the bug. Ah, sweet. By the way, notification didn't ping for some reason, but Richie Boy 21, thank you for subscribing on YouTube, if you're here. As you get Lone Oak on your seasons, you'll be happy till October 22nd. I'm looking forward to Lone Oak. I was on Yes Mods last night. I downloaded so many mods specific for Lone Oak, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking forward to getting stuck in with the Midwest Geo, even though it's in the Pacific Northwest, and just laying into the map. Because went out of my way to download American mods for it, so now Now I'm excited to get going. I'll be doing all my setup over the weekend. Yeah, I'm really glad Bob gave you the permission. Like, props to him as well. Hey, Paddy. I'll be setting up over the weekend, and I think Tuesday we'll start on Lone Oak, potentially. If there's nothing major found tonight and maybe a bit tomorrow. We'll start Lone Oak maybe Tuesday of next week. Monday is going to be multiplayer. I need to change the schedule on Discord. I've changed it in my head already. I just haven't changed it on Discord. It's a wide spray. It's 27 or 36 meters or something like that. I feel like with seasons when you're encouraged to spray, it's probably best to have a big sprayer. It's going to be the biggest one you'll see me using for a while. Just get that there. There we go. So this field won't have any more weed issues now. Now that I've got the herbicide down. Or once I've got all the herbicide down, I should say. It won't have any more weed issues. Hey Mars Bear, how you doing today, dude? And the plan after this is just to go up and double check the other 3 crop fields. So it is a bit of a spray heavy kind of day, but it's spraying that is going to prevent problems in the future, so best to do it now than to leave the problems get worse, namely weeds, and potentially lose much more of the field through failed germination. This is effectively harvest preparation because, like, if you've got no crops to harvest, you can't do harvest. So, getting herbicide down is always a good idea. Especially with seasons where it incentivizes you by being weed prevention as well as weed killer. Still don't know what's gone on with that field. It's very odd. Sometimes germination can just straight up fail. Bradley, like, it doesn't fail straight up, but it can fail in patches. But I don't really know why the germination failed in those fields, because, like, the ground moisture was good, the temperature was good all along, so I'm not entirely sure what was going on that caused germination. I think it might have been the weeds. When the grass goes yellow, is it hay? When it looks... Okay, Reese, here's the thing. When it looks like grass, it's wet grass. When it looks like default hay, base game hay, no seasons hay, it's dry grass. When it goes and looks kind of like straw, it's a very kind of a... Yellow's probably a good description of the color. Then it is hay, yes. It's not a fence, it's a wall. I'm stuck on it. So we're getting Rescue Manitou out. Do you have to do it once or twice? I don't know. I've heard, like, you can only TED once, but I would imagine you can TED twice. It's fine. It's fine with me being stuck because it's not a big deal. I've only got stuck down here. You didn't have to TED. Oh, you just mowed it and it dried out itself. Like, the grass will dry itself. Once if it's wet grass, but if it's semi-dry you can't ted. So you can only ted the once. Dang it! Right, come on. I might need to tip the class over completely to do this, but... Let's give this a pop. And a push. Give it a push. Give it a push. Okay, that should be free actually. That should have some traction. Yep, we're good. And the straw bales last in the open field. I would bring them in as soon as possible, Reese. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you, but I would say get them in as soon as possible because they will start rotting. Looks like base game grass. You can tend to make it look like base game hay. Say semi-dry, then you have to wait for the weather to do the rest. And it'll take, I think, a minimum 3 hours from the time, 3 in-game hours from the time that the grass was mowed. Hey, left that. So this is something I definitely know. Like grass will not change states for minimum 3 hours after mowing, and that's I would hope in game hours. Need to wait for this to finish unfolding. There we go. And again, we can't put down herbicide. Right. Does this field have any issues with weeds? No, this field doesn't. Field 1 seems to. There's some patches on field 1 there. 25 has a patch that needs lime. So I guess we'll go up to field 1 and give that a spray instead. What's today's strange conversation? There is none today. Yet. You 5.3 hours in Oakfield season just started seeding. Well, I'm about ready to go into summer. Or just finalizing prep for summer, and I've got 20 hours on the map. Could be a season's bug? It could be. Like, I honestly do not know why it's, that's a patch with germination failed there, that square. So let's try and get herbicide down here. Gum's gotten mintier lately. I haven't noticed that because I don't really chew gum. Or is that partially grown? No, that's germination failed. Although interestingly, it's showing up as harvested. So I guess this bit actually is dead. Right, sprayer's unfolded. Let's get a spray in. And it's not letting me spray the entire thing again. This is very odd how the spraying herbicide works. Like, it's letting me do some bits but not others. Which would hint that there's maybe already herbicide laid down here that I didn't do. But not here for some reason? It's referenced in the US office. Ah, you see, there's the problem. I don't watch TV. It's broken, or unless it's not needed there. I don't know. What are the odds this curly bit here will actually accept herbicide? Let's have a look. That's really odd. It is, but partially. Anybody? What the hell? Anybody able to help here? Like anybody got any sweet seed info that I can run with on why the hell this is happening? Like, is it intentional? Thank you for the follow. I can't quite make out the name, and I don't have stream labels open. There we go. VS Boss 27. As I waste some herbicide. I have punished myself for my transgressions. Fertilizer rest. Probably already done. I think it's season's bug. Fertilizing the rest is something else. This is herbicide. It shouldn't be trying to fertilize. This is the issue. Sprayer needs repair. Sprayer is 2.4% wear, so it's not the sprayer. Farm boy, how am I today? I'm doing good. How are you? It's not the sprayer. There's something I'm missing here. There is definitely something that I'm not understanding about this. And I don't know what it is. Mod conflict? No, I didn't see any errors in the log or any warnings in the log. Season's patchy weed system, the only parts. Yeah, but they are, like, here's the issue, Shy. Here's where I'm getting confused. They say in the documentation that you can spray herbicide to prevent weeds. Yet most of this field is not willing to accept herbicide. So that's what's causing the main part of my confusion. That's why I'm confused. It's not that, like, it's not that I'm misunderstanding the patchy weed system, which I love. It's that I'm not understanding the herbicide system. Because logic would dictate that the entire swath here would be sprayed with herbicide when I'm spraying with herbicide, but it's not. And that's where my confusion is. Also, all the weeds in this field were along the edges, so it's almost as if there was herbicide in the middle previously, but I never laid any down. So, like, I'm going to run under the assumption, and it's probably a bad assumption, that I don't actually need to spray the rest of this field. Is this a starter field? Yes. Maybe I did it before I bought it. Is this not a starter field? Field 1's a starter field. Like, if I go into the map here, yeah, no, I've got all the weeds now. This is very odd. It's like the weed system is working, but not entirely. A single spray up the middle, see if it takes there. Good idea, Liam. Let's just run a spray up a randomly chosen line. Because if I'm right, it won't accept any herbicide along a straight line from here. It might accept it in this patch here that's being shown as harvested. No, it won't. Okay. So far, I'm proving myself right. My theory right. I think that YouTube is dying. I think that YouTube is making it more and more difficult by the day for people who make videos to actually make a living off it. I don't think YouTube is a viable avenue for a business anymore. Unless you're like Logan Paul or somebody, or have tons of merch, or tons of people that are very generous. Like I was looking at my analytics last night, and so far this year, 2019, I think my revenue total was like €900, of which 700 was like super chats and memberships and stuff like that. So yeah, as I expected, no herbicide actually took. And if I'm right, yes, if I'm right, there won't be any weeds growing here at all. Three's already been tried, and I think this field is in the same boat, where if I tried herbicide, I'm going to fill this up. Why is the harvested patch there? I think it's because the crop died. Try different sprayers. It's not the sprayer. This is a base game sprayer. If there were problems with this... If the problem was this, the problem would be with all base game sprayers. It's not this. It's something to do with the season's calculations, I think. Next problem, where did I leave the herbicide? Or is it still at the shop? It is still at the shop. So let's just make this easier and use the infinite herbicide spring. By the way, the sheep bug that I was exploiting the crap out of has been fixed. So I'm not going to get silly amounts of wool anymore. Is preventive herbicide a new mechanic? I think it's a season-specific mechanic. I think season's about close to bug free. No, because I'm having the issue with the herbicide, which I think might be a bug, but I'm not 100% sure. There's still going to be stuff that'll just crop up all of a sudden that isn't intended, and people are like, even once it's on console, I think there'll still be a few more minor issues being found. Let's get this topped up with herbicide, and I think we're fine to do a bit of time speed. Do the sheep still need grass, actually? The sheep have no grass. Okay. So 7 more sheep have died because they're not eating the grass in their own field. Right. Now we've gone through a cycle here. A growth cycle. No weeds 25, no weeds 24, no weeds 1, 2, or 3. Okay. And there's more weeds in 38. So I'm now a bit more confident that these fields are actually now like prevented from having weeds. The next job really is going to be just getting some wood, some grass to the sheep. Just seed maker down. That is another plan for today as well. I will be putting the seed maker down, yes. So I just want to do this as quickly as possible, which means it's combo time. Also, I need to move the two crates of wool now because I bumped them out of the way, and it's going to break things if I don't. We're going to get the... Actually, can we just use... We'll just use the Massey. Flat 5 and 6 in the autumn. Not a bad idea. Use the Massey. Because it's easier to use the Massey than to disconnect the Massey from the forage wagon. Then you plank. Yeah, I thought that mowing the grass would resolve the plowing issue, but it clearly hasn't. So. Just spotted the headers. That's huge. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that I might have got a combine that's a bit too big. I might swap it out still. Oh, the class DLC is well worth it, Kai, yeah. I get that people are going to complain about everything and anything regardless, but I really do think class DLC is worth the price tag. Whoops. This is dry grass, actually. Look at it. That's slightly concerning about the crops, then. If this is cutting as dry grass. Hey, Blackhead. And SR. What's going on? The sheep have decided not to eat any of the grass in their own meadow, so, Can you spray water? No. No, you gotta wait for rain for, ground hydration. Actually, this field will be a good test of it. Oh, we're not in a drought already, are we? Oh my god, seriously? I need rain. I need rain, lots of it. Not good, not good, not good, not good. Barley's growing, but we are now in drought. See, Kai? Thing is, I don't want to add rain because I want, like, here's my conundrum. I want it to rain, but I don't want to cheat the rain in. Want it to rain naturally. Getting screwed over here. See, I like the drought, but the problem is I started this with the initial I started this save with the initial version of Seasons, where you were basically almost guaranteed drought conditions as a starting spot. So I started off in a bad spot. My starting conditions were bad to begin with. The new Seasons patch doesn't have that issue. But I'm gonna make do with what I've got. Okay, we'll just get over to where I've already mowed. We'll call that good. There we go. That should be enough grass for the sheep. If my cornfield dies, yesterday's stream will have been for nothing, yes. Welcome back, Tomas. This is both the good and the bad about seasons, is like, you can get completely screwed over by the weather, but it's, at the same time, quite fun. Let's give the sheep the grass. As I'd kind of expected, they didn't need much. And I'm just going to leave this here, so... Right, there's nothing I can do about much at the moment. What's the growth stage like down here? That 100%? That can't be right. It's not right. They're still growing. Wait. Yeah. Oh, that's field 7. Oh. Yeah, that looks more like it. 13% moisture in the grass. See, I'm really concerned that like all of my crops are going to die. There's nothing I can do about it, other than hope for some rain. Which... where's the weather forecast? Isn't coming. And oh, my... yes, my crop rotations have changed slightly. 1, 2, 1, 1, 4, 108, 1, 4... ooh, 0.95. The soybeans are actually going to do better now. There's nothing I can do about this. Yes, thank you for pointing that out, Bradley. So I just want to check the sheep while I'm doing this. They're running low on water already. I'm gonna just sleep because it's gonna be a bit faster than zipping time. Where's the stairs? It's back here. Sleep duration 6 hours. There we go. And the sheep definitely need more water, which is convenient because the little New Holland is just like right there. However, the Massey's in the way. Come here, Massey. You need to be moved. Irrigation Run contest won't help me. The corn is now growing. There's a small part of Fee 5 with germination failed. Oh, look at that! There's weeds in the grass! There's weeds in field 5, so... if I zip over here, we should be able to see some extremely... yeah, look at that! So I do need to worry about weeds in the grass. Which means I need to get spraying the grass now as well. Oh my god, so much more work. Right, you stay there. You are what I need right now. There's a lot of work. It doesn't seem to. Apparently it's very picky about where it does work. Okay, class, come to me. You have more work to do yet, class. Hey, Massey. So now we know. Now we know that once you mow the grass, you're probably best off giving it a blast with herbicide. You think it doesn't work as animals are built into Oakfield? Oakfield was used to test seasons initially, so I don't think that's the case. It's my favorite tractor brand. Lime green and white. Class. And it's just because I like the colour scheme. I'm doing good, Massey. Learning about seasons as we go along here. For example, you need to throw herbicide on grass now, which is something you didn't have to do base game. Well, there. Thank you, Bradley. I wasn't aware of the wall until I smashed it. There's a wall there too, but not there. So it makes it funny you didn't know that earlier. Yeah, I didn't know it at all. So that's just another step in getting your year through in seasons, I guess. Makes sense. To an extent. You've had weeds and seeded grass. Yes, I didn't know that was the case. Seasons just adds to that. Or in the base game. Ah. So let's get the herbicide down on the grass. And oh my god, we're going to go through so much herbicide now. That's seeded grass as well. I need to take care of that field too. I'm going to go through so much herbicide now that I'm using seasons, because normally I just ignore it until there are weeds. Now I've got to be proactive about getting rid of the weeds. Hey, Dusty. How's it going, dude? So, is the herbicide working now? Clearly it is. In spots, look, there's still bits that just aren't accepting herbicide. That's really odd. Just doing more on Bessie. I need to watch that video you put up yesterday, Dusty. I haven't had a chance to have a look at it yet. So, has anybody else had this issue with trying to spread herbicide in seasons? Where it just isn't working in quite large patches of the field? So very good feedback so far. I mean, you're very highly talented, Dusty, so I'm not surprised the feedback's been very good. Yeah, I don't know fields, never to bit weeds though. You've had the same problem, Martin? And did you develop weeds in the areas that you couldn't herbicide? You've just not been spraying? Yes, it's bugged. Okay. Has that bug been reported? Has that bug been reported to Realismus? Because that's something they would need to know. Hey Brian, long time no see. I've been very busy. I've been picking up things to do and inventing things that I need to do, and don't know how to report bugs. If you go to GitLab, the Realismus GitLab page, which I don't have a link to off the top of my, or just immediately, but there's a GitLab page for seasons, and you can report bugs there. I'll be actually submitting a bug report after the stream. With as much information as I can give, but I really don't know how to describe some of this. Well, I think this is what he was telling you about NHF. Because this, I'm reasonably confident, isn't supposed to happen. Or if it is, there's no explanation of why it's happening. Organic for the win. You can go organic with seasons if you don't want yield ever. I'm actually kind of glad that you do need to worry about the grass fields too. It seems real. It's happened on pretty much every field that I've tried spreading herbicide on, so I wouldn't say it's rare. I wouldn't say the herbicide spray issue is rare. That only works with stage 1 weeds. The ones with flowers are stage 2 and stage 3. You have to be a lot more proactive with it. Could I mow the weeds? Totally, but it would reduce the grass yield. Which I know the grass yield is going to be hilarious anyway, but I'd rather get as much as I can, because with bales and stuff like that's free money. So there it is again. There's the whatever this weird bug glitch thing is rearing its head again. I'm gonna waste so much herbicide. I'm gonna waste so much herbicide just going over bits that I don't need to because I don't know if they need doing or not. And hello, there's a visual cue. There's a hidden visual cue. Look at the... I'm just gonna stop here and stop spraying. See this color here? That means there's nothing down on it. But look at field over there. That's all green. This is a visual cue of what does and doesn't have herbicide, I think. That bit there hasn't... So it seems to be... This area here will need doing. This entire half of the field over here will need doing. But this half over here is fine. So if I'm right, I can just straight up drive over here. Yeah, it's not accepting herbicide. It'll start accepting here once I get to this line. And boom, it's accepting herbicide. Real field grass versus map grass. No, this is all seeded grass. But look at the difference in texture here where I've already been with the herbicide versus where I haven't been versus the other side of the field. There is a visual cue, you just need to look for it. So I only need to actually spray where I'm seeing brown and the distance textures. That's exactly it. It's reporting that there's herbicide been sprayed here already. This is what's going on. I figured it out. There is herbicide down in the bits that it's not accepting herbicide on, even though I've not spread it. So I would be willing to say that is a seasons bug, because I'm fairly certain that shouldn't be happening. Like, the other field is perfectly fine. I'm not going to need to spray that at all. Question is, why is it reporting that herbicide has been sprayed? I can check the other field very quickly as well. Now that I know this visual cue, I can check fields very quickly if they need herbicide or not. Which is definitely a good thing. But it makes no sense, is the real issue. Is why is it reporting herbicide? I've not been out here with herbicide at all. Growth stages of the grass, I'm going to say stage 2 growth. I think it's seasons, because this map was, like, Oakfield was used to develop seasons. It was the test map. So I would anticipate there not being an actual season, or an actual map bug with seasons here. I would anticipate any bugs being actually just a seasons bug. Although there are one or two that occur when you don't use seasons. Hello, John. How are you doing today? There's one or two that happen when you don't use seasons. For example, oh, Boxy doesn't mind me saying this. If you put down an ice mask for like an area, so that ice will happen in the winter, if you're not using seasons, that ice is always solid. It's not visible, but it's always solid. It seasons your herbicide wasn't working in Ravenport. Yeah, it's a seasons issue then. The question for you, listeners, is why is it reporting the way that it is? Hello, Glenn. The bright side is going to make checking if fields need herbicide much easier. Okay, I have missed a small bit there, but I'm not too bothered. So let's do a quick check of this field. See if we need to even spray an inch. I'm gonna say no, that's fully reporting good. Yeah, ice is solid if a map has like an ice mask, whatever you want to call it. If it's said to have ice over a body of water in the winter, if you do not use seasons with that map, the ice is, or the mask is constantly solid. It is permanently solid but invisible. The reason, like, this was something that I found on Lone Oak. I alluded earlier to finding a bug with Lone Oak that wasn't Oxy's fault, was kind of semi-seasons related and unexpected because it wasn't something you'd ever look for. It's that. It's the ice bug. Now it looks like I'm actually going to have to throw herbicide down on field, whatever field this is up here, the big one. That looks like it's reporting no herbicide. So I'm just going to run a quick herbicide check. Weird. It is weird. Hey Jack, it's gone good. Bit confused, yeah. Okay, so that is reporting herbicide. So that was pretty manual collision master removed from non-seasons back into 3 true Summery seasons. See, that's... It might be the case that ice doesn't behave that way due to a mistake on their part, or a mistake on Oxy's part, but that's something that I found on Lone Oak, is the lake is solid if you don't use seasons. Which is comical because you can be Jeebus, but still a bit odd. I'm gonna guess that, like, Brian, I think the most likely timeline, I'm not gonna say this is the actual timeline that realizers are working off, but it's the timeline that I think makes the most sense in my head, is that seasons might be brought in for consoles as part of the pre-DLC patch. Because if you've been around with Farm Sim for any length of time, you'll know that a DLC usually means there's a new patch on the way. Or a new DLC on the way means there's a patch on the way, so I would anticipate that seasons might come in as a pre-DLC patch. So you'll be looking at October. September, October time. But I might be wrong. Don't take that as gospel. It's the case with most games. Yeah, but don't take that as me saying, oh, seasons will definitely be this time. No. It's me saying it makes sense to me, but may not be the case. Where's the wall that I got the class stuck on? Is it over here? He is, because I told him. Shy. I found that with with lone oak. Oh, stuck on that fence there, okay. Yeah, it's good for console guys. You can learn all of seasons through PC people screwing up everything. And then just start up and have all of the knowledge of idiots like me. You can learn from our screw-ups, which is great. Makes life a lot easier for you guys. For example, screw-up number 762, don't try this. There we go, that should have the class gripping up. Farmsim's a bit dead. Hey, PS4. Farm's a bit dead on PS4 for you, so obviously sometime soon. You're definitely not the only person thinking that. Alright, let's give the old map a quick check here, make sure that I'm not missing anything else. I'm not. So let's get time taken forward a bit more. Oh, that's really cool. In fact, let's deal with the wool first. Hey, Connor. How you doing? I'll be honest, Brian, before Seasons came on PC, I felt the same way about the PC version of the game, and like, you know that PC has effectively unlimited mods. Waiting for Lone Oak, then Seasons, then Class. Yeah, don't blame it. Lone Oak is really good. I was always disappointed with people in FS17 when Lone Oak didn't do well. Like, it deserved to do a whole hell of a lot better than it actually did. Because it's an American map that you can play with pretty much any perspective on farming. You can definitely do it British style. You'll be a bit punished a bit, but you can do it British style. You can put sheep in the usual sheep pasture as well as the two down below. So you've got 3 choices for sheep fields. That's why there's 3 triggers there. Let's just stick this on top of the other one. Okay, you love Lone Oak at 17. I did as well. Fantastic map. You bet it, dear. Oh yeah, dude. I can't wait to show you guys the equipment that I've chosen for Lone Oak. It's a bit... Oh, 27%. Oh, screw compacting that right now. Let's just zip time forward a bit. You can watch the sun blur. Does that mean you can have 1,500 sheep? I don't know, Rebellious. I genuinely don't know. Right, quick sheep check. Oh, quick. Yeah, look, all the fields have still have. Yeah, everything's going fine for them. Just check the grass growth while I'm down here. It should now be growing. It's not growing. Why are you not growing? 33% grown. Rain! Glorious rain! It's only brought the moisture up to 18% though. Okay, quick synchro stop here. Can I say hi to Harry and Adam? No. Let's do a quick synchro check here on everything. Growth wise, Field 1 has 2 patches that just are dead. 3 patches in fact. Field 3 has 2 patches that failed to germinate. Field 2 has a few that are just harvested. Fields 24 and 25 seem to have got hit hardest. 24 and 25 are just a mess. But we have no weeds to worry about. That's definitely good. That spot in field 2. This giant hole, that's where trees are. So I think we can bring it forward and get some hay done. I'm probably going to get a bit more hay than we actually did silage. Just do a quick synchro here. And first things first, sheep need some water. Be good for grass and hay. And give the sheep a bit of water very quickly. Say hi one more time to you. No. So let's grab some water. While that's filling, let's yeah, we'll use the Massey, why not? Let's get some of this from the Massey. We don't need that on the Massey, but we do need the more. Can't wait for some hay. You'll have to wait until next week sometime for me to actually get the hay made. But we can get the mowing started at least today. Should check for rain before hay. We do have a wet crop warning, which is not ideal, but I don't think we should be expecting rain. Okay, we need to get the hay in today in game, so yeah, we gotta. Good call there, Rebellious. You're in Cork next week. Is that nice? You better on console or PC? It depends what you have. If you have a console, it's better on console. If you have PC, it's better on PC. PC has a bit more freedom of what you can do. Console has higher quality mods, on average. See you, Glenn. I still need to give the sheeperinos the actual water. I was still filling New Holland when I left it. Hey, design modding. How's it going? There we go. You will. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good indeed. Just mildly confused by how seasons is working. Just want to do a quick check on the fields here. Can you see where I've mowed? I'm not gonna mow this field because I put like 5 water pumps in it. I don't know how they work. Right, down to the messy. You lose yield cutting grass when the wet crop symbol's out. See, I don't think there's a win situation here because I need to get this cut now. Let's bring it up to about 8 o'clock and see if we can get rid of the wet crop. I need to get it cut today, effectively, because there's going to be rain overnight in game, and that's just going to bring a new wet crop symbol in. And it is the skip, basically the entire summer. I'm finding Oakfield. I'm enjoying it. I've always liked Oakfield. Right, come on. Wet crop, go away. I need you to go away. Because there's rain due in... oh, well, overnight in game. Come on, go away, go away, go away. I literally can't wait any longer. I'm going to have to just deal with losing yield. I think I did the silage with lost yield as well, so it's still going to be a silly amount of grass. And it is wet grass. I'm wondering... yes, I am, in fact. Maybe the wind looks like it's isn't high enough. Maybe. Might be that. I'm gonna guess that you're Lancy Boy. At a wild guess. I made you mad. Yes. Yeah, I know you. I knew you changed your name, so that was a guess based on that. Nah, that's Lancy Boy. He's lurking as a new name in plain sight. Yeah, look at the amount of grass we're getting off this. Hang on a second. Whoa, whoa. I'd just like to point something out here. I'm making hay. I don't need that immediately swathed. The rain is due at 3 a.m. It's currently 10:41 a.m. the day before. I'm gonna chance it. If it fails, I guess I'll just get the BGA running a bit earlier than planned. And just get silage down there. It's not always wet grass from mowing, Rebellious. You can get dry grass as well, depending if you're running or if it's dry grass. It's wet grass will take ages to dry. Yeah, but I'm gonna get a tether on it, which should get it to dry grass. I'm hoping. Like I said, if all else fails, I can just do silage. And use the silage to fund hay bales. And then hope that the autumn is... well, hope that the autumn is dry. Because once the crops are up, then I don't care if it rains or not. Well, I do care if it rains. I think it changes to dry grass immediately after you TED. See you, Connor. Um, I think so, anyway. This is going to be a good way to find out. Hey, daughter. Tricks would still work with soft grass and go over soft. Hey, Bob. It totally would. I just want to do hay like as you would in real life. Takes 6 hours after then to dry into hay. Base game chrome or soft the grass and spread out. Depends on what you want it to do. I think you can do both. In real life, I think it has 3 modes where it, like... What am I using? Logitech G27. I think in real life, the Chrome has 3 modes where you can, like, triple swath, single mid swath, and just lay it all down flat. But I'm not entirely sure. So I'm hoping that my idea with the hay is going to work. If it doesn't... crap, but I can improvise around it. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't work as I envision it working. It does in real life and in game. There we go. If I got 6 hours, I'll be fine. I hope so. Seasons looks really good. You need to watch more streams to get your head around it. See, I'm getting my head around it as I play, because I played with season 17. And they changed a lot, but the basics are mostly the same. And really the basics are, treat this as if it were a real farm. I cut 5 or 6 spring, 5 or 6 summer, and 5 or 6 autumn. I just wait until it says late, because there's no growth stage in between 5 and 6 in late. On 6-day seasons, there's like the growth stages only happen on like the end day of your seasons phase. So say day 2 of spring is the day that the growth trigger will ping, as well as days 2, 4, and 6 of spring, days 2, 4, and 6 of summer, days 2, 4, and 6 of autumn, and days 2, 4, and 6 of winter. That's when the growth ticks happen. So by mowing on day 5 of summer here, I know already there's not going to be a growth tick in between now and autumn. Here's the fun thing, Massey. Grass takes 3 growth ticks to grow. It takes 2 to 3 growth ticks to grow. So end of spring mowing allows for the late spring tick to ping grass growth, the early summer ping, and the midsummer ping. So it maximizes the grass that you get. It's a little... It's an old trick that I learned from season 17 that still works to this day. Is each rotation per field per year or all planted field per year? You can do it whatever way you want, Tyler. I'm using just the 1 rotation for all my fields. See you, Black Hat. It was the same in 17, Massey. Yeah, you might have noticed when I was playing season 17, I had specific times when I did mowing. That's because I knew that was the growth. The growth ticks would work well to get me maximum growth for what I was trying to get to. So it's... I don't even know if is it an exploit to know when the growth ticks are and like use them to time your mowing. Is that an exploit, or is that just like knowing in real life when you're gonna get the most bang for your buck with mowing? Because I kind of think it's more of the latter. Because like you could easily just do one cut a year of mowing in real life and have insane yield on that one cut, but it wouldn't be as much yield as you get from doing 2 to 3 cuts. So you mowed in 17 too? Yeah, I think, I'm not gonna say it definitely is. You mow end of spring regardless of growth stage, because that way you get final growth stage summer and autumn. If you leave it till early summer, you will only get 2 full cut. You will end up with basically the same thing but backwards. And if you leave it till late summer to do your first cut, then you're screwed. So just to kind of counteract weather killing a day, you're better off to just do it like as quickly as possible at the end of every season. So I might be a moron 90% of the time. I'm more than willing to admit that I'm an idiot. But I do figure stuff out, and I do forget words. I do want to help you guys at the end of the day. I want you guys to, enjoy the game as much as you can. And with seasons, get as much yield of everything as you can. Is it worth it to not crop rotate grass? If you don't rotate grass crops, you get 95% yield maximum. So you can totally get away with it. My plan is to not rotate, is just to have grass constantly, but I'm sure you could get more if you rotated in like wheat and barley and whatever other crops. So I'm keeping just pure grass because it's easier for me. You can totally do whatever the hell crop you like. Monster? Pepsi Max. The field that you're going to. What about this magical field that you're going to, Lama King? No, it's Pepsi Max. I don't drink energy drinks. Lanley's tutorials are always funny because he kind of... his tone of voice is a bit weird at times. Like to do 3 cuts, get a maize harvest, make sure those pits are nice and full for winter. Dusty, how bad is your yield? Because I want to show you something real quick. I want to show you what happened with first cut. Because, this is my first cut of grass. I don't think I need second cut silage. Or maize silage. This pit is basically jam-packed already. How bad is your yield if you need to do multiple cuts to jam-pack it? You're talking season 17. Oh yeah, dude, the yield of grass is hilarious now. Because Giants, it's a base game increase, so you're gonna get hilarious amounts of grass with seasons now. You basically all you need to do one silage cut, and the second silage cut you can spam at the BGA and make millions. 3 pits on the cow yard. I'd only ever use 1. Maybe 2 to have like a silage rotation going, but I definitely don't think I'd need more than 1. How come I haven't clamped it yet? Because there's 500,000 litres and there's 28% compacted, and I can't be bothered doing like an hour and a half of compacting on stream. This is a job for off camera over the weekend. In between setting up Lone Oak, is going to be compacting that silage and clamping it. $300 cows is like 700k feed. That's tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's stream is going to be X-Plane. I'm going to be doing the same flight that I attempted on last week. I have since made a purchase on X-Plane of a scenery manager. Oh, Landy's on Lone Oak? Sweet. He spent a few hours last night setting up. I'm going to do my testing while he's streaming. And I don't know if he's going to be doing testing in a stream or what he's going to do. Because that is a map for him. I'm going to start up a dump save with no seasons or anything and just blast test what... I've decided on my kit. I just haven't set up the map yet. And I'd prefer to start with the map set up instead of doing a setup stream. I was downloading all my kit last night from YesMods. So next week, next Tuesday, I'll be starting on Lone Oak. Yeah, like I'm anticipating taking 2 to 3 hours just setting up, so I prefer to get that done off camera and waste my own time instead of wasting everybody's. Have I looked at the Lights 9 series yet? Did that come out in the mod up today? If so, I haven't because I didn't see that it was out. Hopefully Challenger 1046. You're not gonna like... Chad, if you're expecting me to use humongous equipment, or if you're expecting me to use huge humongous equipment, you're gonna be very disappointed with the idea that I got for Lone Oak. Also, YesMods I've basically only used to grab an American mod kit or a mod pack that I invented as I went along. That is going to be ideal for what I'm doing. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Last minute like spike? Yeah, let's get those likes in, guys. We probably won't hit it, but let's see how close we can get to 50 likes. We got, what, 42 people in the stream currently? Welcome back, NHF. A tree is being a hit. Class All-in-One Beta was released today. No disrespect to the modder that made it. I want to wait until Giants One comes out. Because I think Giants One will just be that touch higher on the quality sticks. By the way, can I point out, it's late summer and 12 degrees. It's a very cold summer. Llama King, I have all the mods I'll need to begin the save. And then some. So, I don't need extra mods now. Sounds British. I reckon there'll be a land. I reckon there'll be a quadrant. I reckon we'll see some discos. Maybe whatever they call their windrowers and tethers. I think we'll get one of everything from the class catalog. The combi baler is confirmed, Reese. I can't remember if a standard Rolant is. Which is what NHF is alluding to. I'd love the Cougar. As stupid as it'd be, I'd love the Cougar in game. Like it's not been produced for years, so it's an unrealistic thing to want, but I would love it. I'd be so happy. It'd be my favorite DLC ever if it had the Cougar in. Now I'm wondering if Class will do it just for funsies. A Mower with a conditioner. I mean, a Class Cougar has a conditioner. What's a Cougar? Thomas Farms. Look up Class Cougar. It is the derpiest looking self-propelled mower that has ever been made. Like, it's wider than a Big M, even the 500. But it works very differently. Yeah, I know that. I've got some hope because of the Dominator, but I think the Dominator might be the only bit of old kit. Spelling of class is important. Yeah. Make sure you spell class correctly, I guess. It's a unique bit of kit, to be fair. And I would love it just because it's so ridiculously derpy. Like, who but Class would design a self-propelled mower that actually just looks like an octopus that got drunk one night? It looks like an octopus that got drunk and picked up like 6 phones. And Can somebody maybe see when the wet crop warning ran out? Can you maybe see when the wet crop warning ran out? Good God. Realism. Wet, instantly dry. I mean, that's actually a good thing, as much as I want to make fun of it. It's a good thing because it means I don't need to ted anywhere near as much. Because the dry grass, the stuff that I'm mowing now that looks like base game hay, that cannot be tedded as far as I'm aware. How am I mowing hay? I'm not mowing hay, I'm mowing dry grass. Dry grass in seasons is the mid-stage between grass and hay. This is what I'm mowing right now. It's grass that is dry. And it just has the base game hay texture because that's the way seasons wanted it. It'll turn much more yellow. It'll turn much paler once it's actually hay. Can I make silage? Yes, you can make silage out of dry grass. Definitely with a forage wagon. Or a forage harvester. I never use the Cougar mods because they're always dreadful. Oh, here comes the storm. Well, I still need to ted the dry grass to make hay? No, it'll dry itself. I'll need to ted this grass here, the very green stuff. This stuff here, the yellowy green stuff. That's halfway to being hay, I just need to wait. And then just come in with a windrower, row it up, and we should in theory be good. In theory. In practice I might be wrong. So will you guys just let me know when Landy's live so that I can send you all over to watch Lone Oak? Because I'm sure you all want to have a look at how it looks with seasons. Because so far all we've seen is, I'm gonna call it vanilla Lone Oak. I'm gonna call it vanilla, you know, normal lighting Lone Oak. You have not yet seen the true glory of seasons lighting in Lone Oak. And I will be in Landy's stream, by the way. I'll be very quiet in Landy's stream, but I will be there. Because I'm going to be swapping over to my Xbox controller. Just for easier control. Like, less huge controls for when I'm off camera. You haven't seen Insane Lone Oak? You won't see that until Tuesday. Insanity level Lone Oak won't be until Tuesday. But it is... I can guarantee you this about my Lone Oak streams. Because I'm not going to do videos. My Lone Oak streams, you will not see anybody else doing what I'm going to be doing. I can promise you that. That is a guarantee. You will not see anybody else doing what I'm going to be doing. You might see some of the same equipment as other people. You won't see all of the same equipment. I'm going unique. So my job for the weekend is to make up the rules document. So that if you guys want to play along once Lone Oak is out, you can. If you're insane. But it's, there's some rules that will be changed over time. There's some rules that will be fixed. Like, I reserve the right to fix broken rules. But most of them should remain as they are written down in a secret document that I have currently. Hey, gaming guitar guy. You have the wheel again? Yes, it will be a... Primarily wheel. I'm not going to write into the rules that I need to use the wheel. Because there will be times where I can't for one reason or another, or... just don't want to. But there's some interesting rules, and I'm going to have some interesting setups. I'm gonna have an interesting different setup to everybody else. I won't be using the starter fields. I always do this. I've rammed the side of the map. Landy's live? Well, in that case, if you guys want to go over and see Lone Oak, you can go over and watch Landy. I am unfortunately not going to be continuing this stream. I know that sometimes I do when he's previewing a map. So you guys have a choice of watching a map that's already out and watching a map that isn't. But I actually need to go test Lone Oak for Oxy. And I'll be in Landy's stream just double checking what he's doing as well, so that we don't overlap with what we're doing. So I am going to leave it here. I'll catch you guys tomorrow with Flight Sim. If you don't want to watch Flight Sim, I'll be back Sunday with Project Hell. If you don't want to watch Flight Sim or Project Hell, by the way, I thoroughly encourage you to watch both of those streams because they're me chilling out and on Sunday me suffering. I'll be back Monday with multiplayer, and then Tuesday we'll be starting up Lone Oak on Insanity Challenge on Lone Oak. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.